Hey guys, this is MB from UnderdogChance.com, and in today's video I will share my free pick from the game between Brooklyn Nets and Philadelphia 76ers. Yesterday I had one free pick. It was a losing pick, but overall I went with all my bets yesterday 4-2. So those are yesterday's games. We can check them. I had Detroit, I had over. In the same game, I had Atlanta +4, Indiana. This was a losing bet. Memphis was a losing bet, and over in Orlando, Minnesota. I think they scored 216 points or something like that. Okay, so for two, and right now I'm sitting at +7 units with positive closing client value numbers. And as I mentioned, if you watch my videos, my goal with NBA is to make 15 units. So I received a question about the results. I'm not typical handicapper. I don't sell picks, and I'm not interested in picks. I am more interested in teaching sports bettors how they can bet on my way. Okay, and since I escaped 9 to 5, since then the strategy completely changed. Okay, so when you start betting, when you start building your bankroll, the game completely changes, because all pros will tell you, the pros will always tell you, you should bet 1% of your bankroll, right? But when you start, you have a small bankroll, like, I don't know, 1,000 American dollars, maybe 10,000 American dollars, right? And of course nobody is betting 1% of their bankroll. And all these pros, including me, when we started betting, we also didn't follow this rule, because we all have different ways how to build a bankroll. And I will make a complete seminar for our members, because I think this is a pretty important topic. How to build a bankroll, not how to use money management. Because once you bet, I don't know, for example, 1,000 American dollars or 2,000 or 3,000, I don't know, more than 1,000 American dollars per game, the game completely changes for you. Okay, my goal right now is I can make 30 up to 50 units. This is my goal, and I reach this with baseball season in last 365 days. So everything else is just extra. Okay, I went 201, 158 plus 37.59 units. My goal was to make 40 units. Then I made two extra bets with baseball, but I finished with 37.59 units. But my goal is to make 30 up to 50 units per year with sports betting. And from investment perspective, this is plus 30% or plus 50%, because once you have, for let's say, bigger bankrolls, and all the pros that they also use other finances. They also have other investments plans. Sports betting is always just part of a bigger picture, and this is something you can include. But once you start, okay, pros will tell you bet 1%, but of course you will not bet 1%. If you have 1,000 American dollars, of course you will not bet $10 per game. Okay, so how to build a bankroll? The games are completely different. Once you have, let's say, a little bit more money, and once you don't have money and you're starting. And one of the biggest mistakes bettors make, they attack NBA, NFL. If you don't have 10,000 American dollars, let's say even more, 20, 30, 50,000 American dollars, you don't need to bet NBA spreads. Okay, because I didn't build a bankroll with NBA betting. I didn't build a bankroll with NFL betting when I started. Okay, it was ski jumping, it was volleyball, it was handball, it was all kind of smaller sports. Okay, because this is where you can find the edge. And if you have, I don't know, 500 American dollars, 1,000 American dollars, then you will bet, I don't know, $20, $30. Okay, and you must attack smaller markets. But how to attack smaller markets if you don't have the knowledge, right? And this is a big problem, because most people are focusing on the picks, but they don't have the knowledge to attack smaller markets where they actually can make much more, because in smaller markets you can grow your bankroll much faster. You can double, triple, you can make 5 times in 1 year. This is almost not possible in NFL, in NBA, in baseball, because the markets are so sharp. You go against the smartest minds in the world, and you can, in these markets, NBA, NFL, baseball. I'm talking about spreads, money line, totals. You will not make 5 times in 1 year, but you can make on smaller markets because there is less competition. Bookmakers lines are not sharp. There are no sharp bettors, because sharp bettors bet big money. They don't waste time with $50 bets anymore, right? And the game for all of us is different. So when you start, you need betting knowledge. You need to know how to use spreadsheets, how to build your own unique system method, so you can find plus EV bets in smaller markets. You can also use arbitrage betting. You can also use plus E when you compare pinnacle lines with soft bookmakers. Take advantage of bonuses. Use all the knowledge you have, so you must come to 10,000 American dollars. Okay, once you do this, then you will have more experience. Then you will start betting more and more and more. And once you will hit the limits of smaller markets with shady bookmakers, with soft bookmakers, then you will start betting more and more and more. Okay, I think that it is not wise or smart to use a credit or loan from someone and take, I don't know, 50,000 American dollars or 100,000 American dollars, and then you will start betting. I think this is not smart idea, because there are steps how you can build and grow bankroll. But for to do this, you need to have knowledge. Most people are focusing on picks, on NBA picks, on NFL picks, yet they don't have enough money to bet these sports. They don't have the bankrolls to bet, because the money is the same. If you bet $50 per game, the money is the same. If you bet NFL, or if you bet, I don't know, some esports league. But the problem is that if you bet NFL spreads, you're going against very sharp minds. Okay. On the other side, if you know the knowledge, if you can use spreadsheets or Python or whatever, you can find the edge in your tiny market. Then you can have the advantage against others. And where once you grow bankroll, you move and you grow, like in poker. Okay, you always start with small and then you grow where competition is bigger. And of course, once you are in a position to beat big sports books, big markets, you can bet much more. But the growth, it is also smaller. You will not make, I don't know, 1,000% or 5 times in 1 year. Okay, at the same time, you will also be more financially stable, more financially educated, and at the same time you will also invest in stock market, in cryptocurrencies, in your business, and then it will grow. And sports betting at that time, it just become one part of your investment. With stocks you will make plus 10%. With crypto you will make, I don't know, plus 30% in average. And with sports betting, you will make, I don't know, 50 units per year, which is completely enough. And this supports your portfolio. And then you live from all this, right? So I don't pay the bills with sports betting money. I don't take down, once the goal is to build wealth, the goal is to build passive incomes. Okay, the goal is to build a system and the environment so it supports whatever you love. Okay, for me this is sports betting. I like to deal with sports bettors, I like to deal with spreadsheets, I like to do this is my passion. Okay, I don't know anything else to do in my life. Okay, so this is my passion. But for some other people maybe something else. Okay, but the goal is that this becomes a support to you at some point. Okay, and the problem is that many sports bettors, they have, as I said, small bankroll, and they try to bet the sharpest the sharpest markets. You will see now Super Bowl, they will all bet on Super Bowl, right? While at the same time there will be a lot of other opportunities for their $50 American bets, right? And this is, I think, a very very important lesson. Of course, I'm not giving you any advice. You can do whatever you want, but you must understand that I didn't build a bankroll or on NFL spreads or NBA spreads, and even not on baseball money line. Okay, at the start, I was building on smaller markets because I had the knowledge. I could exploit plus EV on these markets. Okay, and once they started banning me on this smaller market, then I moved to betting exchanges and so, and then I started, of course, betting more and more. I was more experienced. I had more knowledge. I knew a little bit more about betting, and then your game starts. Okay, and this is, I believe, is the best way. And don't, you know, uh, I almost no one from all the pros, from podcasts, from Twitter, they didn't bet 1% when they started. Either they found one market or one niche or one opportunity, for example, where they saw that some bookmaker made big mistakes, and then they were hitting that with much bigger units, and then they grow, they make their bankroll much bigger, and then once they reach the limit, then they started betting seriously. At some point you start betting seriously with sports betting models, and then sports betting can become something that will make your life better. Okay, and I need to make a seminar about this, because I think this is very important, and I think we send completely wrong message to bettors, because sometimes I also don't think about this, but of course, when I started, I didn't bet 1% per game, okay? Because if you ask your handicapper or any handicapper, he will tell you bet 1%, okay? But of course, we are all different. We have different financial situation. We have different bankrolls. Okay, it is not the same game if you have $1,000 American, if you have $10,000 American, and if you have 100K. And that doesn't mean that you must have 100K on your bookmaker. Of course, you have some part of this on bookmaker, make money and then take it and then put in your portfolio. So this is not the same game. And pros will just tell you, okay, and I also made the same mistake, just bet 1%, of course, but this is not the same, because in reality, sports bettors will not bet 1% when they have a small bankroll. And when you have $1,000 American, I think this is too small bankroll to even bet. I think $1,000 American, it is much better that you invest all 100,000 American dollars in sports betting books, in your knowledge about finances, sports betting, because this will come back in half year easily. Okay, but if you have $1,000 American, and if you want to bet $10, $20, and we know that most people will bet $100, and they will try to find some winning pick from handicapper on YouTube, like, I don't know, my picks, and then they will lose sooner or later. They will lose because they play too risky game. It is much better that you invest your time, energy, and money in your knowledge. And I also see people, they bet and they don't even have a PC or laptop. You need a PC and laptop. If you don't have money for PC or laptop, you should not worry about sports betting yet. You should make your life easier, because this is investment for the long run, if you want to bet, of course, right? So it is like you want to run a marathon but you don't have a shoes. First you need the shoes, because all other people have shoes. Or maybe this is not a good example, because we have some people who are barefoot, but let's say, I don't know, you play ice hockey, I don't know, you play ice hockey and you don't have a good helmet, right? You need to invest in these basics first. Knowledge, laptop, this is your starting kit. Okay, you need this. And some people will say, I don't have money for laptop. Well, you should not worry about sports betting yet. You need to get this cash flow. You need to have a laptop. You can buy a laptop for $200 American. Okay, and again, I'm not telling you what you should do, but I just want to put myself into your shoes And what I did when I was young, because everything I say, I did it on myself. Okay, so I actually did all those things. Okay, and I don't come from rich country like USA, Germany, or something like that. I was born in Yugoslavia, and it was not a capitalistic country. It was socialist country, and so I basically went from zero, right? So if you live in USA, if you live in Germany, if you live in richer countries, it is much easier right now. You have internet, you can find a job, you can get cash flow. It is the best time in the world right now. You can make money, you can be virtual assistant on internet. Anyone can make much more money right now easily. Okay, there is so many opportunities. And anyone can just put little work to get, I don't know, laptop, get some knowledge, buy some books. You can get some sports betting books for 20 American dollars. It is much better investment than if you bet on, I don't know, on today's picks. Okay, so this is just my view on this. And as I said, I need to create a whole seminar about this, because it is also not fair that, let's say, we who do this for long, because I don't need to bet anymore, right? So I don't care. So for me, 30, 50 units on a yearly basis, it is completely way enough. Okay, and in the future, and I talk about this. I want to go into esports. I don't want to bother with US sports anymore, because the edge is very small in US sports, and the edge will be even smaller in US sports. Okay, and esports is a huge opportunity. Okay, so I will see this year maybe, and then next year I want to go to esports. I think there is a lot of opportunity for small bettors, and I think young generation, they will bet esports. Okay, they love video games, they are all in. So right now those are young guys. In next 5, 10 years they will be around 30 years old, and there will be money power, okay, in esports. Okay, I'm not saying that NBA, baseball, and these sports will die out, because they will not die out. But majority of young people, they love video games. Okay, and we have data for this, and you know in which direction sports betting world is going. And baseball, NFL, NBA, these markets are getting sharper and sharper. Okay, if you can make 10 units with NFL, if you can make 30 units with baseball, if you can make 15 units with NBA. This is way enough. Okay, this is way enough, because bookmakers are so confident in these markets that they will allow you to bet 10,000 American dollars easily. Okay, there is much more liquidity. They know the lines, and you can bet 10,000 American dollars. And imagine you make 30 units. This is 300K. It depends where you live, what are your options, but or betting exchanges, right? But you can easily make 5 figures. Let's say, even if you make 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 American dollars, and if you can grow your overall financial portfolio, this is the game, because the game is sports betting. It's not money. It is not units. The game are not picks. People ask, "What are your picks? What is the result?" This is not important. The game is wealth. The game is freedom. We all have two small goals in life, and this is why we don't put enough effort. If your goal is to make, I don't know, if your goal is to just follow some peaks, make little money, the goal is too small. Okay, the goal, if you go all in, the goal should be wealth. The goal should be freedom, to escape 9 to 5, to build a business around sports betting, to create a sports book. The goal should be much bigger. Okay, to have freedom, to go whenever you want, wherever you want. Next week I'm going to a seaside. I will be on a seaside, and I will work from an island. So you can do whatever you want. This should be the goal, not sort of people are now fighting about San Francisco and Kansas, and then they will bet $50 American. This is not important. Okay, this is not important. It is, if you want to play the game for real. The game is long term. The game is wealth. The game is freedom. Okay, cash flow, bankroll, money, investments turn sports betting into passive incomes, create portfolios, and then this supports your life. This is the goal, because sports betting is not active income. It is not passive income. It is active income. Okay, so you get the knowledge with sports betting. You start creating money, and this is not the goal. The goal is something else. The goal should be something else, because when I was younger, I was sure that sports betting is the final goal. The sports betting is not final goal. This is just one step to the final goal. Okay, the final goal are stocks, real estate, bitcoins, crypto. This is the final goal, passive incomes. Okay, sports betting is just your support to get there, and most people don't have big enough goals. And if you don't have big enough goals, then you're afraid to risk, then you're afraid to put an effort, and then you're angry on the world. You make negative comments, then you watch videos, watch sports, and you're always in the same circle. Okay, if you have bigger goal, and if you know in which direction you're going, then it is much easier. And then one bet is just one tiny piece of puzzle. Okay, I don't care if I go 0-15 in baseball. I went, I think, 319. I had a run 319. Okay, imagine this. And I didn't care, because then I came back. And once you bet for 20 years, you will have 0-15 runs, 0-10 yards runs. And this is not important, because if you have a bigger goal, then this is just small piece of puzzle, or small picture of a whole bigger picture. And if you have bigger picture, of course you're much more motivated uh, to do it right, to invest your time, money, effort, to actually become winning better. And most people don't see this, which is why they are mediocre. And if you're average or mediocre, this is not good in sports betting, because the Jews will eat you, right? So this video is a little bit longer. I didn't make a long video for some time, but I hope you got some ideas. Okay, because everything that I said, I don't have anything from this. Okay, so I'm sharing my free information with you. And as I said, I don't I don't need to share these pics. I'm doing this because I love it. Okay, I want to grow the channel. I want to help sports bettors. In the future, I want to do maybe one-on-one with serious young people who wants to use sports betting as something. Or, young people probably in esports who don't know anything about sports betting, so I can help them with my experience and knowledge. This is maybe some idea for the future, but definitely I see myself in that area. So follow the market, follow the trends, what is going on, and then help young sports bettors to give them direction. Okay, this is my goal. Of course, we have different views. Every single person is different. We have sports handicappers who sell picks. We have thoughts. We have people who do podcasts. We have winning bettors who were making money 20 years ago, and now they do podcasts, read books. This is We all are different, so I see this direction, and maybe I can change. Maybe I stop betting next month and I simply go to India, or and live in one cave. Everything is possible. Okay, but at this moment, sports betting and these numbers and everything else, and especially helping people, and especially because I saw so many transformations in last years. This motivates me. Okay, so today's pick: Brooklyn Nets against Philadelphia 76ers. Based on my information, Philadelphia, they are still playing without Joel Embiid, and I have projected that the total should be 230. No, 223.5. Bookmakers set the total at 233.5. Because of that, my free pick is under 233.5. Okay, so this is my only pick for today. From this game, no, it is also Brooklyn Nets, but this is on my website. You can see also the projected line. So I have both picks. So nets plus 4.5 and under 233.5. Okay. Um, so I will not waste time for this information. You can check them here. And again, whatever you decide to take, I wish you good luck. Never blindly follow anyone. Use common sense. Before you start betting, decide what you want from sports betting. Is this just for fun? Do you want to make just a couple of bucks, or do you want to take it seriously and then act according to your goals? And I'm sure that if you do it right, if you put all the effort, it is possible to win. It is possible to make sports betting great. It is possible that sports betting becomes actual benefit in your life, not something that drain your energy and so on. Okay. And I hope these words uh, can resonate with some of you. And but whatever you do, whatever you bet, I always wish you good luck, and I hope you can all win. Okay. And not only win, I hope that you can win and stay healthy and happy, because this is most important thing. Sports betting is not that important. Okay. We all do this so we can have freedom, we can have money, and then we can have more time with families, we can be more happy and so on. So the final goal is something else. And if you're already happy, if you already reached that, sports betting is just extra if you can make money. Okay, this is just my view. Okay. And as I said, uh, when we say bet 1% of your bankroll, nobody started with 1%. Okay, you can ask any professional bettor, and if he's honest, I don't know anyone who took a loan of 100K and then he started betting 1%. It would be completely stupid to do this. Okay, we all were lucky at some point. We found some opportunity, we found some mistakes on the markets, and then we grew bankroll on a quick way. But to do this, you first need the knowledge. Okay. And this is where most people go wrong, because they're looking for picks, not knowledge. Okay. So those are my last words today, and thank you for watching.